if you're in your mid to late 30s, your 40s or your 50s, you might think, oh, it's impossible for me to grow a business. I can't keep up with these 20-somethings doing what they're doing. How the hell am I going to grow successfully when, if I'm honest, I don't really want to play that game? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm in my 40s. I've built my business. I want to help you build yours. But I want to talk about the different approach you take as you're getting a little bit more picky and particular about how you do it. So it can feel like when you're starting on social media, maybe you've had them but not really taken them seriously, and now you're seeing a huge opportunity to reach wide audiences. It can feel like actually you're starting from scratch. It can feel like you're having to almost start the business all over again, like actually you're a beginner. You've just launched. But the key to growing now at a more, not older age, but older age. Let's go with older age. I hate that word, but we'll go with older age. The good thing about growing at this age is you've got depth and substance. And that is a massive advantage. You might not think it when you see other people jumping up and down and bouncing and filming all. I look at some of the videos that these creators make and go, oh my God, I'd love to make videos like that, but I really don't have the energy to do it. I really don't want to do that. I want the outcome, but I don't want the input. So the good thing you've got is you've got depth of knowledge, depth of experience. You've seen the good and the bad and ugly in your topic. You've got the skin in the game, the scars on your back from doing and living what you've done, the experience you've got. But you don't want to be guessing what to do next and how this works and that overwhelm of going, I've got to learn something new. I've got to become an expert now in social media. I've spent the last 20 years gathering expertise in my topic. Oh my God, now I've got to become an expert in Instagram or an expert in LinkedIn. No, you don't. You really don't. But you do have to redefine what the growth is that you want. You don't want more hours, right? You don't want more complexity. And growth looks more like the best clients. It looks like the best work, the work you want to do. It looks like control. It looks like choice. It looks like consistent flow rather than growth. Yeah. So better clients. What do we mean by better clients? We mean the clients you actually want to work with, the clients you go, this is awesome. These are great people to work with. You have to design your business for that, going after those clients that you really, really want. The clearer work. When I was in my 20s, I'd take anything on for money. I'd do any work for money if it was good money. But if a client came to me and said, can you do that? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm really picky about who I work with now and what I do. I am not breaking myself for money. I am not working with pain in the ass clients for money. I do that when I was 20. I do that when I was 25. I did that when I was 29. But at 44, no chance. So I'd rather give people money back and say, there's your money back, fuck off. I would never say it in that terms, but that's an easier thing than dealing with people who are just a nightmare. So it's more deliberate what we want to do. And if that's the case, you want that. So, you don't have you have the flow of good leads and clients, but not the pain in the ass ones. You have to get really picky about how you do your social media too, so that you're not getting the dross. You're not getting the wrong people. So if we think about the way social media works, it works based on algorithms. Now, all of the algorithms have had a major upgrade over the last couple of years with AI. This is massive for us. Why? Because algorithms are reading our content. They know what we're saying. And why is that important? Because the algorithms determine who sees it. In the old social media, it was about, I'd scroll the feed and what I'd pay attention to, what I'd engage with, my profile would get tagged with, he likes this, he likes this, he likes this, he likes this, he likes this. But it's quite broad. And I'd be put into a category. Now, actually, the AI is looking at Dean and what's Dean interested in. And Dean is his own category. Interestingly, if I scroll Facebook, my ads change so fast and match my interests. I actually look forward to reading the ads. I literally look forward to reading the ads because they're so relevant. They're so appropriate to what I'm doing. So the AIs that are working behind the scenes of all of these platforms are now deciding who sees what based on their interest. And so Gary Vee talked about this. We're not in the age of social media anymore. We're in the age of interest media. In other words, if you want to get the right clients, that perfect client, define it and talk to them. Talk to them. So let's say you'd love 10 more clients or 100 more clients exactly like this one. Why not personify that client and start talking as if you're only talking to that client? We're in the age now where you don't market and sell to people. You market and sell to a person. So if you want to succeed in 2026 with your business online, you have to stop playing the 20-something game of how many followers can I amass? How do I grow my engagement? If you want to make money and make money on your terms with the clients you want to work with the people who pay the price you want to charge, you have to personify who that client is, because now the platforms are interest driven, not follower driven, and particularly if you don't want to chase huge performance, you just want to get visibility and attention of the right people, the relevance of your message and your content is going to matter more. I'll give you an example of this. I've started a new social media account across all the channels, and it's for an interest of mine. So you won't know it's me, but it's an interest. In the past month, my interest channel has had about 3 million views. 3 million. I only talk about one thing. I only talk to one persona. And it's a subset of a market. It's not even the whole of that interest. It's a subset of it. 3 million. That's across Facebook. That's across Instagram. That's across YouTube and TikTok. And I just talk about that one thing over and over and over and over again. And people love it. People engage with it, share it. Literally, that's how it works. So interest media is how we need to grow. And then, so interest, who and what? Who and what do they want? And who are they? Get really defined. Then you need an offer aligned with that. An offer that's aligned with that interest. So if I was doing how to grow on social media, I'd have a grow on social media course or coaching program or technology tool or whatever that is. So the interest, the audience, and the offer all align. So that's the first thing. Next, I need a way to create proximity. Now, what do I mean by proximity? Proximity is the basis of people buying into me. People buy into me first, then what I do. And so they need to see me, how I think, the way I do business, all of that stuff. They need to get to know me. If I just do what performs in that interest, so let's say I go, that one will get me loads of views. It doesn't create that proximity. It creates proximity to me generally, but I want people who really know, like, and trust me. So I have to show up as the real me. Not scripted, not performing, the real me. Because we also live in a post-truth era where nobody's sure what's true anymore. So everybody can get an AI avatar. Everybody can write a script and say some things. But when they see you thinking out loud, when they see you talking off, unscripted, it builds connection. When people see you talking about your moments, what you're doing, what's happened for you, what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, that's how you get the advantage. Now, what we're doing here is actually building a brand that is us, but we're doing it in a way that's actually authentic, but plays to the way the internet works today, which is very interest driven. So full alignment of our interest, our audience, our offer, and then the proximity of us, them seeing and feeling us. And then the final bit, how do we get that proximity? So there's certain platforms where it's more difficult. Let's just be real about this. Facebook and LinkedIn are the easiest. I would say YouTube Shorts is I would say LinkedIn is number one, easiest. Facebook is number two. YouTube Shorts is number three. TikTok number four, and Instagram number five. Instagram is the hardest. LinkedIn is the easiest. So think about where's your audience and start on that platform. And then you need a way to create that proximity. So what I do is I have an email newsletter, a LinkedIn newsletter, and I do lives. Now I've got podcasts and all that other stuff, but fundamentally I've got those three levers: grow my email list, do lives and events, and a LinkedIn newsletter. That is my primary drivers. Out of that, my offers come out. Out of my newsletter, the offers. Out of my lives, the offers. Everything is built around those. Now, you don't need hundreds of clients. Most people watching me or listening to me will only need maybe 20 clients in a year. 20. So if the alignment is right, if your alignment of all of those things is right, even with a tiny, tiny audience, you'll do well. My Instagram's shocking. Yeah, it's not what I want it to be. I'm trying to figure out a place where I fit with it, what I do with it, and what I focus on, because I've not really focused properly. But I get clients from it because most of the videos are me thinking out loud. Most of the videos are me sharing my opinions. They don't get the viral reach, but the people who do watch. So if you only need 20 clients in a year and you're going, hang on a minute, I only get 100 views on my videos. That's way more than you need. If you did a video every working day, you'd have way more clients than you need. If you did a live once every morning for 10 minutes, that's all you need. As long as the alignment between the interest, the audience, the offer, and the proximity piece is there with the people in the way you do it. Yes, share some useful stuff and some tips and tricks and stuff like that. But is there some proximity in there that can get people into your world to see how you think and see how you do it? So that then when you talk about your offer, you talk about how you help people, it works. I think it's actually easier to build a business in your late 30s, 40s, 50s because you know what you want. It's just committing to that. I think the more you know about what you do and the more you do it, the more doubt you get about, is this the right choice? Second guessing and double think, because actually when you're in your 20s, you don't know what you don't know. And when you're a bit older, you don't know everything. And so you start to overthink. In your 20s, you don't think enough. And in your 40s, 50s, you think too much. So it's better to just go, do you know what? I'm just going to help this small subsection. This is what they're interested in. I'm going to build an offer around that. Okay, how do I do this? I need some content to build awareness. I need some content to add value. And I need some content to help me convert and add proximity, getting to know me. That system is what I teach people to do. It's not easy. It wouldn't be if you want to make good money and make it on your own terms. It won't be easy. It will force you to make commitments to do this because it might take you 3 or 4 months to get going. But once you've got it, you've got clients for as long as you want to keep working. And if you decide to start banking money, don't spend it all. Start banking money. You're actually banking the future. You don't need many clients. You don't need a big audience. You need alignment. And when you've got that alignment between interest, the algorithms, the audience, the offer, and then you have a process, the proximity piece in there, you've got an unstoppable business that, will you become a multimillionaire? Maybe not, but you'll have a very, very good life, a life that's higher than the average life. And it'll be on your terms. And the clients will be paying the rates you decide. And you'll be choosing the right kind of clients. And you've escaped the social media rat race that many of these 20-somethings are in. That's how you build a business in your 40s in 2026.